today's video, let's have a quick look at how DENT has been performing since yesterday. So yesterday we had a epic fall. BTC crashed by around 30% on a single day and wiped out close to more than $10,000 on its peak price. So that was shaking up the market, and after that, let's have a quick review how it turned out for DENT, and did DENT manage to recover from that crash. So that's what we are going to see in today's video. So the chart looks pretty strong right now, as we see. So at the moment it's pretty much hovering around 00207. So yesterday it dropped all the way to hit the bottom of 1.3 and it bounced back pretty well. Today morning it was about to touch the next peak. It tried a lot, but it just tried to consolidate now, and the volume has been keeping on steady as well. That's a very interesting thing that's to watch. And from technical point of view, it looks like a strong buy at the moment on a daily chart, and on a weekly as well it looks as a strong buy, and monthly. So basically on the long term it looks pretty good for hold. That's what it means by the daily and weekly and monthly technical indicators. So on a 4 hour is also, it's showing pretty good on an average. Let's have a look at the 1 hour chart. Yesterday the hourly charts were not looking great, but today we have some good buy positions in place for the hourly charts as well. So that's pretty good in terms of technicals. It looks making new highs, and it's striving to get to the top. So, and at the moment as we speak, DENT is at 141st rank in coin market cap. That's a very nice position. It's picking up because yesterday the market crashed and most of the coins came down flat, but DENT managed to come back with 50% retracement in just one day. That's pretty amazing for a low cap market cap coin like DENT. This is pretty high performance, I would say. And in terms of return also, it just bounced back by 50%, as I said, and now it's consolidating at 25%. And another interesting metric that I keep watching is the volume as well. So the volume has been pretty steady and keeping the pace very well. That is very another important thing that we have to keep an eye as well, because without volume you can't do much in the space. The price will drop significantly down if there is not much volume there. So yeah, so in terms of the weekly chart, if you look, it looks pretty quite a lot of spikes, ups and downs, which is the kind of chart that most of the traders would love to have. So from my opinion, that's a good thing, and let's see how it turns out for them. And you can see the volume is pretty huge for a low cap coin like DENT. It started with 15 million on an average, and then it went up to 15, 30, and at the peak we did saw 100 million and 146 million on a single day volume, which is a very good market indication that the trend for DENT is picking great momentum as we speak, which is a very key indicator I would strongly look into. And nobody thought that it would do a 10x in just a span of 1 month time. So that is pretty huge return, I would say. And still, if you look at the return on investment, is just 2x from its ICO price, so which is pretty conservative. From if you are new to DENT, you might want to look at this ROI, which is staying relatively very close to the initial coin offering price or the ICO price. So this is a good buy from my point of view compared to other coins which are the top 100 coins are already hyped a lot. They are very far away from its initial coin offering price or ICO price. So it's you might be very less risk off in terms of keeping away from the top 100 coins. And it looks from the charts and the technicals that DENT could easily swing over to top 100 in next couple of months, most likely between now and end of this year. We could see DENT getting into the top 100 coins. So once DENT is in the top 100 coins, you're going to see every YouTuber and every social media networks jumping in and promoting DENT, which is not happening sadly at the moment, even though DENT has a very good solid product which they have spent roughly around 3 years in building the ecosystem. But unfortunately there's not much advertisement happening for DENT. This was until the moment when Apple announced that and recognized DENT Wireless as an official worldwide eSIM service provider. So that happened on 5th of February. You can see here now it's DENT is officially considered and recognized by Apple as an worldwide eSIM network provider. So, and you can see it's DENT Wireless is top in the list at the moment as we speak, which is a very good promotion and marketing point of view. Now you're going to have millions of users getting to know about DENT, which is, from my opinion, is a good thing, because you're going to see a lot of people, new people coming in to buy DENT, and they will probably look at this as a very great development and would probably consider investing and getting into the DENT ecosystem fresh. So I would probably keep and watch an eye on the next 3 months, because there's lots of product updates coming in and a lot of key features are being developed. Particularly the DENT Gigastore is something new which is expected to be launched by this quarter. So let's watch out and see how it turns out. From my opinion, I think the DENT Gigastore is a very big launch that could be expected anytime, probably this month, or even because they demoed the Gigastore prototype a month ago, and now we are not very too far away. And another news which I want to show today is that DENT is now officially listed on the Binance margin trading platform along with other trading pairs. So here you can see this is a very big news which came out today. So it looks like Binance have not completely given up on DENT. So they are embracing DENT and they have launched the DENT USDT pair for margin trading. So we are going to see quite a lot of volumes coming, a lot of people trying to do margin trading as well. So that's a good thing that it's getting a new promotional hype as well, so which is pretty good, and that's a good news from my point of view. And then we're going to shortly see some metrics about one of the industry's leading mobile smartphone research platform. So this is from Gartner. So they say the worldwide smartphone sales declined by 5% in fourth quarter of 2020. This is the news which was released on 22nd of 2021. So there they mention about the top vendors, and Apple is still in the top. So Apple managed to sell roughly 79 million handsets in the last quarter, fourth quarter of 2020, which is a huge and holds a 20% market share, which is a very good interesting thing, because now we have 79 million or close to 80 million Apple phones with eSIM support. That's a pretty good news. Now we have loads of new smartphones with eSIM support, and all these phones are now compatible with what DENT is offering. So DENT eSIM will be compatible in most of the handsets now, and we already know that there is roughly around 750 million new handsets in the global eSIM market already there. So eSIM is not something new. It has been released since 2018 October, since iPhone 10R. Since iPhone 10R we had lots of other releases, iPhone 10R, and then we had iPhone 11, and then we had iPhone 12. So 3 iterations of handsets have been released, and that's accounts for mostly around 750 million handsets over the period of 3 years times. So that's pretty good. And you can see Samsung on overall in 2020 has outperformed Apple with a marginal difference of 53 million handsets. So that's a very clear indication that the smartphone eSIM market penetration is taking a big leap, and total phones, smartphones sold in last year around accounts for roughly 1.3 billion handsets. That's a huge, stunning numbers. So most of the people in the next 2 to 3 years are going to have smartphones with eSIM support. So eSIM is the new product behind Dent Wireless. So Dent Wireless is building their entire ecosystem and product suites catered towards eSIM service. So that's a very good indication where as a business Dent is heading. So if you look at this is a famous quote from Steve Jobs: "We are here to put a dent in the universe, otherwise why else even be here?" So that's a very interesting quote as well. And I keep getting comments from most of the people about what happened to the Starlink and SpaceX partnership. So we are still awaiting some news out of it. As I mentioned in my previous couple of videos, the partnership is not officially confirmed. It's just that the Dent Wireless is tampering and trying to prototype some sort of voice over service using the Starlink's router. So let's wait for some official confirmation, because Dent Wireless never tries to hype the market. They never do that. They keep away always from hype. Rather than, they prefer to have organic growth in the ecosystem and in the market. So what I would strongly suggest is people to download the app and register as yourself and give it a try. That way you try to understand the Dent ecosystem as a whole, and that will bring more value to as a user to Dent Wireless. And another thing that I want to show is, people keep asking me why Dent needs 100 billion tokens. That's a very famous questions that keep being asked in the community most of the time. So today I would like to address that question. So if you look at the total mobile penetration, so there's roughly around, as you saw just now, there's roughly around 1.3 billion handsets sold just in 2020. That's a huge number. So let's assume we get just even a small percentage of that, like say 5 million subscribers subscribe to the Dent eSIM. 5 million is like 0.05% of 1 billion. So 10% of 1% of 1 billion is going to be 10 million. So you can imagine 5 million is a very conservative number. So if we have to put, if everyone decides to hold like 10,000 tokens on the mobile app, that would wipe out 50 billion tokens completely out from the circulation on the cryptocurrency exchanges. At the moment, the price of Dent tokens are determined by the traded value in different exchanges, cryptocurrency exchanges like Binance or KuCoin or itBTC. So they determine the price of the DENT coin. Since that, so you know the general economics, when the supply is more than the demand, the price always goes down. This is simple 101 economics 101. But whereas when the supply is smaller than the demand, that's when the price pressure gets picked up. So at the moment, there are quite a lot of tokens circulating in the Binance exchange. Binance is the main exchange where most of the tokens are traded. So you can see here roughly 25 billion tokens, close to 25, and then you have another 5 billion here on Binance. So that's roughly around 30 billion tokens are traded in the Binance exchange. So imagine if 5 million users, 5 million smartphone users, 5 million smartphone users with eSIM support, they sign up and hold 10,000 tokens, 10 tokens in the mobile app, then that would wipe out 50 billion tokens straight away out of the circulating supply. Don't you think now why you need 100 billion DENT tokens? It makes perfect sense in my opinion. I'm not trying to, I'm providing an unbiased review based on the volume of the mobile users that the ecosystem has. So DENT has roughly a target of 1 to 5 billion mobile users is their target, and they are already positioned in 80 different countries. So if you look at the country list, they are already having a huge presence, and here you can see the different subscribers of the eSIM. So there's every country has roughly around, I put the population and the subscribers as well. So DENT is available in most of the countries. The ones in green are already available, and they are targeting a total tourist population of roughly 888 million. And imagine that is accounting for quite a lot of tourists. So eSIM is targeted for tourists as well. So we have a tourist market. Of course, because of COVID-19, the tourism industry is heavily affected. We understand that it's not just DENT which is being affected. Most of the other cryptocurrencies are also affected along with DENT. At the moment, we can see why we need 100 billion DENT tokens. That gives a perspective of how conservative it could go. And at the moment, as we speak, 10,000 DENT tokens doesn't cost much as well. So like if I put 10,000 here, it costs like $21. So that's how much low it is. So $21 you get 10,000 tokens. So imagine if 10,000 tokens every app user chooses to own, then that would wipe out most of the tokens out of the supply. And most of the people, they were asking about whether there is a Telegram channel available for DENT's price prediction. So you can clearly see this is a price prediction channel, and which is already available. Please sign up, and you can have chats about price and other interesting TA and analysis. This channel has been has a huge number of members, roughly around 7,000 members. So I would strongly recommend to sign up for the DENT price prediction channel as well. And you can see the conservative figures. So today's price is roughly around, as yesterday we saw it was at 1624 during the thing. So 126 at the moment. So now we are pretty getting close to 1 cent margin. So we are just 5 times close away from 1 cent margin. So I think in next couple of months, DENT might hit the 1 cent margin very easily, because 2 weeks ago when I checked and made the video, DENT was around 356th rank on coin market cap, and right now it's at 141th rank. So we never know how it will turn out. It depends on how the market participants and how Bitcoin performs as well, because whole market gets carried away along with it. With Bitcoin, if the whole market falls, then we can expect that DENT also could get affected, because yesterday you saw DENT drop by significantly to 0.0013 mark, which was a 40% drop just in one day. So you can imagine, if DENT being a low cap market with a huge supply, it will take a huge impact as well. We need to be aware of that. And when there is a huge dip, it's always good to put some $100 or $10 and accumulate little by little slowly, and no need to rush and buy when it is in full green. And try to have a proper stop loss strategy as well. Yeah, that's and let's have a quick look at how the token holder counts coming up. So it's a steep increase in the token holder count as well. We are roughly close to 40,750 token holders. So just a month ago there were roughly around 36,000 token holders. Now we have got 4,000 new token holders. Welcome to DENT, I would say, for them, because they are pretty new to DENT. I can see that's being reflected in the price of DENT coin. Be holding it strong. Past 3 years DENT has been really smashed hard, and this could potentially change in the future. And there are some unofficial rumors and news coming out that Binance UK could list DENT token, but it's unofficial. There's the Binance UK community is quite big, and they are going to launch. Binance US is already there, and Binance.com is already there as well. Now Binance UK is another new platform that they trying to launch a product only catered for UK customers. So there might be chance that Binance UK could list DENT token. The reason I'm saying is now Binance has launched DENT into its margin trading, and when DENT hits 10 sats margin, we could potentially expect DENT to be included in for the BTC pair. So we'll miss the BTC pair. Whole community missed that. So once you have DENT / BTC pair on Binance, we could see a huge volume surge, and I can see that happening very in the near future. So that would be a very interesting thing, I would say. And people who want to learn more about DENT coin, please visit this dentfans.com website. This website talks about a lot of different DENT products at a very lengthy scale in and out, and gives you a perspective of how DENT is positioned and what types of products they offer and how their ecosystem is working and how their tokenomics works. Every piece of information about DENT you can see on the dentfans.com website. Please visit this website, and if you are interested in any sort of price discussion, please join this Telegram group, DENT_price discussion. There you can see thousands of people talking about price of DENT on a daily basis, and they will provide you some technical analysis as well. So you can now see why DENT needs 100 billion tokens. So all we need to wait is get more users registered to the app. And if I am a DENT user, I would strongly recommend you to contribute 10,000 tokens in the mobile app. That way you will be one of the member responsible to provide a shortage in the cryptocurrency exchanges. So I hope you understand what I mean. So just contribute and hold 10,000 tokens in the mobile app. So if you haven't signed up for DENT mobile app, please download the app. And even though if you don't have a eSIM phone, it doesn't matter. You download the app and contribute 10,000 tokens in the app. So once you have this 10,000 tokens in the app, it is locked. So you have straight away introduced a shortage of 10,000 tokens. I know it's a very little contribution, but if more people do the same, you can see 50 billion tokens getting completely wiped out of the market instantly. And once this happens, there will be a huge price pressure, and that's when we can see DENT going to 10 cents and $1 even. So at the moment, you can see Binance has got roughly a huge reserve of DENT tokens, which is roughly around 5 plus 25, which is 30 billion tokens just sitting in Binance exchange alone. And that's why we are seeing the price of DENT in sub-zeros and 1/10 of a penny. So if this has to happen, we have a part to play as individual users. If you want to see your DENT tokens to hit $1, just put 10,000 tokens and lock it in the app and forget it. Leave it there. That creates an indirect pressure on the cryptocurrency exchanges. So you have a very well of 10,000 tokens. I can bet it's everyone can afford, particularly if you're coming from the Western developed countries. You can afford a 10,000 tokens. Just lock 10,000 tokens, and that will create a huge pressure on the cryptocurrency exchanges. If that happens and 50 billion tokens sits inside the DENT mobile app, that would create a huge pressure on the exchanges. That's when you see all the whales will be crushed out of the market, and you have a natural organic growth on the open market system. At the moment, the token price is heavily manipulated by the whales. So once the tokens are pulled out of the whales and goes into the app ecosystem, then you have the tokens in the safe hand, and the price pressure will be realized on the exchanges. Yep, hope you enjoy the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the video, please subscribe and join the Telegram channel. And if you want to learn more about DENT ecosystem and DENT's products, please go through the dentfans.com website and have a look, read through it. There's a lot of information to digest because DENT is getting quite big as we speak. You can see there's a lot of products coming in. The eSIM plans are consumer focusing, and then DENT teams for business, DENT Gigastore for resellers, and then they have cloud stack telco platform for MVNOs as well, and they are building a IoT Internet of Things dashboard as well. So a lot of interesting things are coming up in the next 3 to 6 months period. So hold your DENT tokens, sit on them, stay relaxed and just enjoy the game. That's what I would strongly say, and you are in the safe hands, because the Dent team is very strong, motivated team members Dent has, and they have been in the crypto space for roughly around 4 years as we speak, since 2017, and actively they have been developing different products in the past 4 years. It's not that they were sitting and doing nothing. So you can see, compared with most other tokens, Dent team have been very active in developing lots of products to support the ecosystem of the Dent Wireless. So now it's all we need to do is get more users signing up and registering for their app and locking 10,000 tokens. If that has to happen, I can guarantee you that the price of the token will surge very quickly to 1 cent or 10 cent or even $1. It all depends on us. If we as a Dent community users, if we decide to hold 10,000 Dent tokens in the mobile app, that is enough to create a natural price pressure on the cryptocurrency exchanges. As a Dent token investor, everyone has this responsibility to just put $5 or $10 worth of token and lock it in the app. That's it, and leave it for next probably 2 to 3 years time. That way you will be in the safe hands. And then there is another thing to note as well. So the Bitcoin hovering clock will show you how it works as well. So if you haven't seen this, I would strongly see how the markets work. So this is the Bitcoin halving clock. So the next Bitcoin halving is going to happen in March 12th of 2024. We are just 3 years away from here to the Bitcoin halving, just 3 years from here. But if you look at the previous Bitcoin halving events, the price of Bitcoin surges up a year before itself. A year before itself, the price of the token starts shooting up. Like in this case, last year it started shooting up, and the previous halving was in 2020, May 2020. So you have watched how it surged all the way from there. So now we are literally 3 years away. 3 years is not too far, particularly considering you are putting just very little money for DENT tokens, because it's in sub pennies, it's very low priced. So you can now imagine how it could create a price pressure. So as a community, and if you are interested in DENT, I would strongly recommend to download the app. If you haven't registered, register, sign up, and hold 10,000 DENT tokens in the mobile app, and that's all you have to do to create the price pressure. And the rest of the tokens as a investment, if you have bought, have it in a cold wallet and store it in not in the exchanges. That is very safe, because you have your private key and the 12 lettered seeds. So just sign up and register for the app and hold 10,000 tokens in the mobile app. That is the best thing we could do as a DENT community channel members. And if you are interested in price prediction, please join the Telegram channel DENT_price prediction. And for more information about DENT tokens and how it works and the entire ecosystem behind it, please go and visit dentfans.com. That's a very comprehensive website with full information about all the products that DENT offers. And in terms of the chart, it's been pretty awesome. On an hourly chart, you can see it's consolidating pretty well. It could go down as well and touch 1.4 mark. It all depends on how Bitcoin performs. So hold your fires. Don't rush and sell if the price drops, because the trend looks pretty good in the long term for DENT compared to most of the altcoins in the top 100, because the top 100 altcoins, they already are oversold. So, and they are already very far away from the initial coin offering price. So DENT is pretty close. So I would say hold your fires and have some patience. Thanks for watching, and have a lovely day. Bye.